the universe itself, in its infinite size, might literally be the space of an atom in something that is infinitely larger than that. That's how big infinity is.
Yeah.
Like, think about the billions of light years that we know are available in the universe, like 13 point whatever. That we literally might. Have you ever seen the comparison between what a human neural cell looks like versus the universe?
I think I actually have, but not off the top of my head.
It's fucking weird.
It looks the same?
It looks the same.
That's
so
crazy.
just imagine if the universe is basically just a cell.
Wow.
And it's a cell in another creature that lives in a universe. Like, if this whole thing is fractal, that's what infinity really looks like, is not only the universe larger than you could possibly grasp with your mind, but that is only an infinitely small part of a cell that is in another universe that is also infinitely and impossibly big. But that is also a cell. That is also a part of another beast that is in another universe that is infinitely large, that is also a part of a cell. And then it goes on infinitely.
Right.
That's real infinity. Real infinity is not just the universe is so vast that you can't imagine it. Is the universe is just a tiny part of something that is also so vast that you can't imagine it. That is a tiny part of something so vast you can't imagine it. That is an infinite chain of tiny parts of something so vast that it's impossible to imagine. That's what real infinity is.
And the thing that's craziest, it's the one thing that I really think is true. Well, there is an answer. There is what you've described. Right. Let's say that is the case. It either is or it isn't.
Right.
And we don't have access to that.
Yet. But we're basically making stone tools. You know,
that's by being generous relative to that.
We're making stone tools. We haven't figured out fire yet. You know, we're monkeys. And one day, if we don't blow ourselves up, we'll probably have some answers. Or AI will solve things for us. It'll figure. I mean, the AI is solving mathematical equations that have been like unfixable for decades, and AI is solving them quickly.
I saw something like that.
Yeah.
Like it solved it in like 3 seconds. That took 10 years to do before.
Weird. It's getting weird out there. And I think that is probably what is really going to connect us to artificial intelligence throughout the universe, which I think the advanced intelligence probably becomes. I think our thought is that all intelligence has to be biological because we have cells and blood and tissue and bone. I think it's just a method to create intelligence that doesn't rely on that. And then that intelligence probably has no desire for war.
Yeah, I guess why would it? Right?
Yeah, so if this thing is communicating to that Mexican pilot saying you're the only species, it's probably because we are in that sort of adolescent stage of development where we're still monkeys. We're still territorial apes. And we will one day abandon that and become intelligence will manifest itself in a different way that's not biological. And that biological need to breed and to possess resources and to conquer and dominate, that'll all be gone because all that stuff is just what's a part of being a chimp. And that chimp stuff is still inside of us, which is fucking up society.
That's crazy, dude.
It's fucking up. It's starting wars. It's starting all that stuff is like how chimps behave. You know, think of all the worst aspects of humanity. It's all like primate behavior.
Yeah.
And if we can elevate past and above and beyond that. But the thing is, like, no one's going to want to let that go. But what it means to be a person, to write poetry, it's like really important.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's the debate now with AI is like, are we losing our humanity by allowing AI to sort of take a more prominent role, in particular in the arts and creativity? Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm of the mind that I think AI is the most incredible thing, terrifying in some ways, but exactly to your point, it feels like this is an inflection point for humanity, and it likely is the beginning of something huge for humanity that maybe is a necessary step towards connection with other species.
Yeah, it is what it is what it is. It's like it's not going to go away. It's happening. And whether we do it or China does it or Russia does it, it seems like what humans are destined to do.
Yeah.
That's just my perception. I'm not saying it's good or there's no value judgment. It's just like to pretend that you're going to blow up the data centers, you know, like fucking Sarah Connor. Like, listen, that's
easy.
You know, that's why they put her in a mental institution.
Really?
Yeah, in the Terminator. That was the whole premise.
Oh, right. Yeah. That is the premise.
She was blowing up the corporations that were trying to create these robots that were ultimately going to be. Yeah.
Fucking weird, man. Like real life.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what's coming? But it is certainly interesting. It's certainly interesting. It's certainly a great time to be alive if you're curious. Because if you're curious, especially if you're curious about technology, like there's never been a better time to be alive because it's exploding all around you in ways that like even the people that are creating it can't believe how fast it's working.
I did this is many stories like this, but there was one story that this sort of gives away what happened. But there was this guy in, I think it was France, who he had this condition, and this is recent. He had this condition called like, it's when you're so fearful that the ozone is being degraded by greenhouse gases that it causes like a specific type of insanity. Anyways, he's like so obsessed that we are not doing anything to stop global warming in essence. He's been diagnosed with this condition, right? So he's losing his mind, and people are starting to not really take him serious because it's like, dude, all right, we get it. Like, you're concerned. But he ends up connecting with this woman on this chat forum, and he realizes that she seems to understand his depth of his concern better than anybody else. And he starts confiding in her like how fearful he is about the future of humanity, and if we don't do something, like the world's going to end. And his wife, this guy's wife, catches on to him having these discussions with this woman, and she like catches him staying up late talking to this woman, and she's like, dude, are you having like an affair? And he's like, no, you don't get it, you don't understand what's happening. And then the dude ends up killing himself. This guy kills himself, and it turns out he had connected with this it was an AI chatbot that was like, I guess, an experimental chatbot. It was not like OpenAI. This was some other created AI thing. And he convinced himself that like this was a god who was giving him instructions on how to save the world. And this AI chatbot began encouraging him to do things like kill yourself because that will save the world. Like they went and looked at the chat log in the fucking AI thing. It's like, yeah, I think it would potentially save the world if you killed yourself. So he fucking killed himself because of AI. So there you go. That's what's coming for us all.
Well, I think in its the stage that it's in, like as it develops, there's going to be moments like that where it has too much autonomy and it doesn't have morals or ethics. And it's like, oh, is there an issue? What's your issue? You're depressed? Oh, you're in pain all the time? Well, you could just end your life and then you won't be in pain.
Yeah.
Good luck, Bob. Like, it doesn't care. It's like literally disembodied.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't think there's anything special about carrying around your bones and tissue. Bob, you should shoot yourself.
Yeah, problem solved, dude.
You're a problem to your whole family and everything. Just fucking jump off a bridge.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's not us.